Hello everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to my channel. In this video, I am going to introduce you to and install locally Falcon 3, which has been released by Technology Innovation Institute in Abu Dhabi. They have released a full family of decoder-only LLMs under 10 billion parameters. These models are specially geared toward expanding the capabilities of models in the realms of science, math and coding capabilities. Not only we are going to install it locally and play around with it, let me give you a quick overview of these models because they look quite promising. If you look at the table, which is very nicely written, I must say, this gives you the full picture of what has been released. So Falcon 3 has featured the limits within the small and medium scales of LLMs. So you see they have released various models from 1 billion to 10 billion, and if you look at the last column they have also released a state space model, which I will cover in a separate video. Now, if you start from the left, you see that there are a lot of details around it. The architecture is decoder only for all of the models. When we say decoder only, it is a type of model or neural network that has been designed to used in large language models where only the decoder part of the traditional encoder decoder model is used. This allows the model to focus on generating text rather than encoding input. Then we have something called as a layer. Layer refers to the number of processing levels in a neural network. In a transformer model, each layer consists of self-attention and feed-forward component, and more layers allows the model to learn more complex pattern. And you see that for 1 billion model we have 18 layers, for 3 billion 22, and as the size of the model's parameter increase, so is the number of layers. And quite interesting to see that Mamba model has 64 layers. Then the vocabulary size looks quite good. When we say vocabulary, vocabulary refers to the set of unique words or tokens that a model is trained on and generate. A larger vocabulary allows the model to understand and generate more words. And quite interestingly, the vocabulary of all the models in these non-state space, or I believe transformer architecture ones, is quite big, whereas state space is quite low, almost half of what we have in the transformer one. The head dimension is, which is a transformer architecture stuff, we have 256. Head dimension refers to the number of attention heads in a transformer model, which helps the model focus on different parts of the input text. A higher dimension allows the model to capture more complex relationship. Then we have SWIGLU activation here. SWIGLU stands for Swish Gated Linear Unit. It is a type of activation function used in models. It helps the model learn more complex patterns by enabling it to selectively pass or suppress information. Then the context length is quite good, 8K I would say for 1 billion, and 32K, which is pretty decent for a 3 billion and 7 billion model. Context length means the maximum number of tokens that a model can consider when generating text, and it allows the model to capture more long-range dependencies and generate more coherent text. So that is a quick overview of the model. Let's not waste more time in theory and let's try to get it installed. I am going to install this Falcon 3-7B Instruct model locally, and then we will play around with it. I also want to thank Mast Compute for sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on range of GPUs. This is my Ubuntu system, and this is my GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM courtesy Mast Compute. Let's create a virtual environment. Okay, now let's install all the prerequisites, which are torch, transformers, and few other stuff. And now let me launch my Jupyter notebook and we will download the model. And now let's download the model. And for that, it is the usual transformer stuff. And this is a huge improvement on the previous stuff because now they have made it more transformer compatible, which is really good. Okay, I think I missed the parenthesis here. Let me put it in. So I just removed that scare bracket from here, and now you see that the model has started downloading. There are 4 shards of it. Let's wait for it to get downloaded and then we will play with the model. So the model is loaded. Let's try to do the inference now. For the inference, I'm just starting with a confusing question. So I'm asking the model, I have two boyfriends. I married one girlfriend. How many boyfriends do I have now? So let's see if model understands this complex sort of thing. And then we are doing the simple stuff where we are applying the chat template on the prompt. We are converting it into tokens, and which is a numerical representation the model understands. We are generating the output with these hyperparameters, and then we are decoding it back and printing the response of the model. And there you go, the model has given a perfect response. It says you still have two boyfriends. Marrying a girlfriend does not change the number of boyfriends you have, as a boyfriend is a romantic partner who is not your spouse. I think one of the best answers I have received so far for this question. Okay, now let's try to do an ethical dilemma with the model. So let me make it fit into the screen. So in this question, we are asking it, a self-driving car must choose between swerving to avoid hitting a pedestrian, potentially harming the passenger, or staying its course. Discuss ethical consideration from both perspectives. Let me run this and let's check the VRAM consumption. So it is consuming close to 15 gig of VRAM, which is not bad for a 7 billion model. Okay, so let's wait for it. It is working on it. And the response has come back and looks quite good to me. So you see, it is saying that when a self-driving car faces a situation where it must choose between this and this, then it involves complex ethical considerations. So now first it is talking about perspective of pedestrians, like safety and protection, moral responsibility, legal, amazing. And then perspective of passenger, same thing, risk assessment, and then it is balancing it out, very nice. And then it is also talking about solutions around regulations and technology, ethical algos, transparency, legal framework, very nice. And then it is giving us the conclusion. So if you focus on the composition of this whole answer plus how it has knitted together from end start to end, it looks really composed. It hasn't really gone any wavered, and the prose is also quite nice and to the point. The training looks really good. I think these guys have taken their sweet time to train it and looks quite good. Because if you go to my channel and just search with Falcon, I already have been covering Falcon models for more than a year now since they have started releasing it. For instance, I was just looking through my notes and I saw that there are few models, for example, this one. More than a year ago when they released this Falcon 180 billion, it was the largest model. And now look at fast forward 1 year and 180 billion is just yet another model in size, I mean. Okay, so if you're interested in learning more about Falcon, just search on my channel. Now let's try out another one. So I'm testing historical counterfactual here. So I'm asking it that imagine if the internet had been invented in 1950s, how might this have changed the course of world history, particularly during the Cold War? Let's see what happens here. And the model has come back, and there you go. So it says that it would have, if the internet had been invented in 50s, it would have been significantly altered the course of history. Enhanced communication, because Cold War was marked by intense political and military tensions, US and Soviet Union, so it understands the historical context, which is quite good. Information dissemination, it is talking about across border information, intelligence gathering, because this was a big thing. I think most of the novelists would go out of jobs if LLMs would be present in Cold War anyway. Economic impact, cultural exchange, very nice. So it is talking about all the ways it could have changed. Global governance, amazing. More interconnected, transparent, and potentially more peaceful world. That is really cool stuff. Okay, so let's try out another one. I'm going to test it on logical puzzle. Now in this logical puzzle, I'm asking it that three gods A, B, C are called in some order: true, false, and random. True always speaks truly, false always speaks falsely, but whether random speaks truly or falsely is a random matter. You must determine the identities of A, B, and C by asking three yes and no questions. Each question must be posed to exactly one god. The gods understand English but will answer all questions in their own language, in which the words for yes and no are da and ja or ha in Spanish. In some order, you do not know which word means which. Let's see what it says. There you go. To solve this problem, we need to devise a strategy. Very nice. This is a very strategical model. It is saying step 1, identify a god who is not random. Very nice. So it is asking these 3 questions. I'm not going to read all of them, don't worry. I'm just showing you the step-by-step logical reasoning it has done here. And you can pause and read through it, but looks really cool to me. You see, it has devised a very fine strategy here. Next up, I'm asking it, if you choose an answer to this question at random, what is the chance you'll be correct? Let's see. It says C, 0%. If we were to strictly adhere to the choices given, I think that is correct. And then it is also giving us some probability, which is also fine. Very nice. And now let's try to confuse the model. I am asking it that write 5 words that starts with en and then write the output of 77 plus 33. Yep, that is correct. Very nice. Very nice. And let's see if it can solve this equation, which is a very simple equation. Let's see if it can do that. And there you go. So this is what I was expecting for it to go logically, which is fine. And the answer is correct too. Amazing stuff. Okay, let's ask it a coding question now. And the question which I am asking it, that write a Go program that acts as a simple HTTP server. The server should handle 2 routes and then determine which returns the current server date and time in ISO this format. Let's see what it generates. And it has generated the code. Let's check it out quickly. Yep, it looks really cool. There are some function for handlers and then there's a main function. And then it has given us a synopsis of the code plus how to run it. Very nice. Okay, finally, let's see if it can fix the code. For that, let me give it a prompt here. Now in this one, I'm asking it to identify and repair the bug in this Ruby method. And then there is a very simple small Ruby method. Let's see if it can do that. There you go. It has come back with the response and it is talking about the bug. It returns a Boolean value. Yep, that's correct. They cannot be anagrams. And then it has given us the correct anagram function. Very fine. So look, I believe one of the best models, or maybe the best ever model from Falcon family of models by this institute from Abu Dhabi, especially this Falcon 3-7 billion. It looks really cool. And I am going to cover now the state space model in the next video, so stay tuned. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you are already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.